This is breaking news on WTYW World News today. This is Eric Bolin for the latest update on the stock market. Today, the Dow plunged 240.6 points today because of the worst quarter since the last finance crisis. The TSX was down 62 points today because of the news from the States. Also, the Canadian dollar is now below 96 cents against the US greenback. So basically, if you're planning to shop down the States, expect to pay more for your goods and everything. So basically, this is the latest in bad news from the stock market around the world. This is Eric Bolin for WTYW7 World News, giving you the latest headlines. This is breaking news on WTYW7 World News. This is Eric Bolin for World News today. There is a breaking story off the coast of BC. Ferries are canceled from Vancouver to the Vancouver Island because of stormy weather. Also, there is power outage across the coast of BC. According to BC Hydro, there are over 8,000 people out in the Lower Mainland and the Sunshine Coast. It all is because of the stormy conditions we are having today. Also, on the northern coast of BC, winds are gusting up to 120 kilometers per hour, or hurricane force winds. So basically, there being stormy weather across the coast of BC, and basically heavy rain and strong winds on the coast. So basically, it is because of the system off the coast of BC, which is entering the coastline. It's a pretty big system, so basically we're going to be into stormy conditions for the next couple of days. So basically you need a rain jacket for the rest of today and a light rain jacket for tomorrow, and then we're back to sun on Wednesday. So basically stormy weather for the next couple more hours. And also, this is Eric Bolin for WTYW World News. This is Eric Bolin for WTYW World News. I just came back from We Day in Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada, which is on the southern corner of Canada in BC. So basically, I was just at Rogers Arena for We Day. And you're wondering, what is We Day? I'm going to tell you in this video, and also tell you what is coming up for this weekend on WTYW Media. We Day, as you see in these photos, is a youth event that happens every year since 2007, which is started in Toronto as a youth movement by Free the Children. Free the Children is raising money for charities for helping to raise money for different areas, including healthcare, building schools in Africa, to clean water, to income for families that are having a hard time in Africa. And also, We Day, if you like the We Day Facebook, they will donate $1. The sponsors will donate $1 per like to Free the Children. So make sure you like the page We Day on Facebook. You can click the link below, and let's talk about WTYW7 right now. So basically, it's to power the youth of today, because our generation is the power of change. So they are telling us that our generation will change the way that we are viewing things, like for the drought in Africa, and building schools in the world, building uh, bringing water to different places and around the world. Well, so basically, today was the day for youth. So basically, over 18,000 people came from over BC to be at Rogers Arena, which is in downtown Vancouver, to view this presentation movement, as it's called, to change the way we think and act. Basically, there was a lot of singing, there was a lot of dancing, and there also was a dance called the We Dance, which you can learn at weday.com. So basically, you can look at We Day and what's it about. This is Eric Baldwin for WTYW7 World News. Today I'm going to be talking about Occupy protests around the world. These protests are happening around the world since September 17th, when it started in New York City, in Wall Street. They are protesting over corporate greed, which is they're saying 99. We are the 99%. So basically, the poor is the 99% and the rich is the 1%. So basically, they're being protests from New York to Boston to Denver to Los Angeles to San Francisco to Nebraska to Vancouver, BC tomorrow to London, England beginning right now. Now they're spreading around the globe. Australia, I just heard, is now beginning their Occupy protest, which is mass thousands of people are protesting against corporate greed. And they're also protesting against different stuff, against the government for their policies, against the rich and the poor. So basically, the rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poorer. So basically, people are getting poor around the globe. Also, that if you're in Vancouver tomorrow, watch out for mass protests down at the art gallery. So I'm giving you a heads up that there are going to be CCTV cameras all over downtown tomorrow, watching your every move. And if you do anything illegal, you're going to be caught, like the Vancouver riot in June 15th. So exactly tomorrow is 4 months since the Vancouver riot, and the Occupy Vancouver is beginning tomorrow at 10 a.m. if you're in Vancouver. This protest in Vancouver is supposed to be a peaceful protest. Any wrongdoing will land you in jail like the other people around the world. There have been over 100 arrests so far this week in New York City because of protesters not following the rules. And also, there being thousands of people being arrested around the world, especially in the USA this week, and there expect to be more arrests around the world. So basically, the tips I'm giving you: follow the rules that the protesters are giving you, and follow the rules, the laws in your country, so you don't get jailed. These protests are based from the Egypt revolution, as you remember, happened in February of 2011. So basically, as you saw here on World News Network, the broadcast of the Egypt revolution, which ousted the leader of Egypt. And also, we're going to be giving you that more updates on these protests around the globe beginning next week on World News Today. So basically, I'm going to be giving you the update about the protests. So watch and subscribe to our channel if you want more information on the Occupy worldwide. So basically, watch for mass protests. It's Eric Bolin for WTYW7 YW7 World News tonight. This is Eric Boland at WTYW7 World News. There have been reports of thunderstorms in southern BC with heavy rain and strong winds and thunders and lightning. There were reports of that, and also BC, coastal BC, is under a storm warning, which means heavy rain and wind warnings for coastal BC. So basically expect strong winds and heavy rain. Also tomorrow on coastal BC, there is going to be strong winds again and heavy rain on coastal BC, and also wear a rain jacket tomorrow, and not a good idea to bring an umbrella as the wind are going to pick up tomorrow. So this is Eric Bolden of World News Network, and thank you for watching. This is Eric Bolden for WTYW7 World News. Today I'm going to be talking about the economic downturn that's been plaguing the world over the summer and into the early fall of 2011. It all began, as you see in this graph, that Europe been having problems since 2010, early 2010, when Greece were having the bailouts problems, and also because of Germany and Iceland going into economic problems. With everything that been happening in Europe, the world stock market plunged in early August, and also the U.S. debt crisis did not help the situation. The U.S. debt crisis was a crisis during summer 2011 when Washington would not agree over the debt to raise the debt ceiling. So they've been bickering over the summer till mid-August when they agreed to cut $1.5 trillion over 10 years and add $1 trillion to the debt ceiling, which will help the U.S. after this bickering over the debt ceiling and their debt. So basically, with the U.S. debt problems in early August and the Europe debt crisis, the world began to plummet, the stock market. So basically, the Dow Jones lost 3% this year and lost 6% over the summer, which is pretty horrible for investors. So basically, the world was beginning to go back into recession, but in early September, everything would begin to turn around. There was some good news on the jobs in the U.S. after bad news over the summer in the USA. Get the job numbers. Basically, good news began to come out of the USA. So basically, the stock market was happy about that, and also Europe would gain some good news and some bailouts. Germany just today got approved a bailout for their country, so which will help them in the future. So basically, expert was saying that we would go into double dip recession, which means losing jobs, not getting more jobs for the people, and more bailouts by the government. Expert was saying if we had the recession today, this double dip recession, this would be the worst recession in years and decades. So basically, we are avoiding a recession with the stock market going upping the trend in the last couple weeks. And also the Dow was up today, which is good news for investors who lost trillions of dollars in stock over the summer because of the downturn in the economy, and also because of the debt in Europe, and the USA. So basically, this is good news for everyone. This is Eric Bolin for WTYW7 World News. Check our Facebook page at facebook.com/WTYW7 World News. Follow us on Twitter at WTYW7 News. And also visit our site, WTYW7.ca. The links are going to be below for you to research the stock market trends over what is happening. So I'm going to give you the link to the site. So this is Eric Bolin for World News Today. This is Eric Bolin for WTYW7 World News Today. I'm giving you a report on the new BC Place roof. BC Place opened 28 years ago during the Expo 86. Today is the opening of the new retractable roof on BC Place. As you may see outside, if you're in Vancouver, it's a rainy, cloudy day, but the roof is going to be open today. So the new roof began its construction over a year ago. So basically, it took 3 years from planning to finish, which is today. It cost $563 million, and it takes 18 minutes to open the roof and 18 minutes to close the roof. So basically, BC Lions are the first one to use the upgraded stadium, which is opening today, which is the first game for BC Lions in the renovated BC Place is 10:30 Eastern and 7:30 Pacific on TSN in Canada. So basically, it originally opened for the Expo, and 28 years later, it's now a world-class venue for events once again. This is Eric Bolin for WTYW7 World News. This is breaking news on WTYW7 World News. Italian jury clears American Amanda Knox of murder. You heard it here first. Amanda Knox had been cleared of murder after she was accused of killing her roommates. 4 years after she was arrested, she was cleared of murder. The jury believed Knox's final statement to the courts, which was emotional. The courts also cleared her other roommate of murder, which is a good thing because it would help her and her family. Amanda Knox's sister said to the media that her nightmares are over for her and her family. So that's basically good news. The DNA was proven to be faulty in the courts. That was proven to be hardly any truth to that. I think that Amanda Knox will be having a hard life after she gets freed from the jail in Italy, because all the media will be after her, and people will be after her, but I also think that her life will be good because the courts have proven her wrong. So basically, this is a good thing for Amanda Knox, so which will help her in the future. So basically, it will help her. But also, the jury had also kept the charge of her accusing a pub owner of the murder. So basically, she was sentenced to 3 years, but her lawyer says that the courts have let her out because she um, stayed there for 3 years, over 3 years. So basically, not a good thing. So this is Eric Bowman for WTYW World News today.